We may or may not know what we're talking about. We may or may not believe it. We may or may not have done research. You get the gist. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm not well. Today has been really busy.
Oh,
News has been horrible lately with the Trump's inauguration, the speech from Elon Musk doing that
his
interesting.
Nazi salute. Or
Uh-huh.
sorry, what did he call it?
No, he was just, my heart goes out to all
No,
of
I
you.
watched it. So he did it twice. He did
And
it
then
to the
one to the
crowd,
flag.
one to the flag, and then he says, "My heart goes out to you." So he
Hmm.
fucking salute, and then.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's fine.
Hello. No, no
That's
worries.
okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
No
That's
worries,
okay.
no worries.
So
And yeah, so he does it to the crowd. Then he has a bang on his head. He says, "My heart goes out to you,"
because he's
which,
like, "You're gonna fucking die."
yeah, which let's say it's not true. Let's say that his heart really did go out to all of them, and that was just a sign. Let's say he's on the spectrum and he's just awkward or whatever,
No,
as he has said,
he's
and
on the
his
spectrum.
yeah, he has said that
He
apparently.
has also said that he has had a really troubling or really tough childhood, and he didn't want to get into it. So
Yeah, so
again,
let's say all that.
trauma.
Yeah, no, and let's say that all that is true, and let's say that because of that, he did that weird thing that unrelated to the Nazi thing, just
Okay,
hypothetically.
he just did a weird dab up
Yeah,
into the air with his
sure,
one hand.
exactly. How the Conservative Party, the Republicans, they're not gonna do anything explaining what happened. They're not gonna say no, he didn't do that. They're gonna leave it
They're
like
not going to
that.
condemn it.
Yeah,
Okay,
because why? Because it's gonna benefit them.
it's going to help
There's
them.
there's a huge population here in the United States that
Supports them because
supports that,
of things like that.
and it's gonna get the message.
Have you seen the things where
A
they do the
message,
white power?
unintentional or intentional, they're gonna get the message.
When they do this, it means white power.
Apparently, I
Did
don't
you
know.
know that?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
So, what do we do? Because it seems like the
I
bad
mean,
guys can do whatever they want and get away with it,
yeah.
right? What do we do?
This.
I think we have to start killing them.
I don't know. I mean, how though?
Come on, Luigi's of the world.
Eh.
I
I
think
mean,
we
we're
have
never
to.
we're never gonna get there. I think. I don't know. I don't know.
We are going to get there because we've done this before. History repeats itself. We get into this depression. We get overrun by these men who have trauma, who have issues, who have whatever the fuck they have, and then we fight the fight when it gets really bad. Let's start fighting the fight before it gets really, really bad. So there are people that are like, "Oh, I don't want to move. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. What am I going to do?" Okay, so what happens when you have no food? What happens when you can't afford your house and you get kicked out? What happens when all of this stuff that is going to happen happens? Then you're going to start fighting? We know it's going down that way.
But how do we fight?
So this is my thing. I know you don't believe in my thought process.
Okay.
But I believe that we are all just nothing. We mean nothing. We are specks of dust. We don't we're just floating in space, right? We mean nothing. I do not have to subscribe to this reality, like this thing that we're doing. I don't have to get a job, right? I have free will to not get a job.
Mm-hmm.
For me to have a house, for me to have food, for me to have a car, I have to have a job. But if it comes down to, I'm thinking they're telling me what are some bad things that happen. I don't really pay attention to history, so that's
bad things that happen in history
to the people. Yeah,
to people.
So go to a concentration camp, right? Get in this gas chamber. No, what are you gonna do? Kill me? Okay, that's it. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna torture you. Okay. No, you don't get to do that to me. And I think if more people start saying no, they're going to realize, like, have you ever seen A Bug's Life?
Yeah.
You know, the ants and the grasshopper thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
We are the ants. We think we're just nothing. We're just little ants all over. If we start to stand up and say no and stop spending our fucking money, which is the power that we have, on a global, on a country, on a state perspective, they're going to stop. That's the power.
And the thing is, the solution to get to that point is not by killing immediately.
No. I don't think the solution is killing at all.
No.
I think that helps.
Yes, but I think it'll. Well, no, I don't think it's going to help because what happened to Luigi? He was framed as a terrorist, and now half of the population, sees him as this negative thing. I think if we start by educating, explaining this, maybe making more movies about a bug's life, because that's basically it. They
But
even have a
nobody
speech
sees
there.
that. No, rarely do
Yeah,
people
even
see that
I remember
message in the
the
movie.
bad guy in Bug's Life. He says they're they overpower
They
us by
overpower us like,
hundreds.
yeah, 1,000 to 1 or something like that. Yeah.
They'll we dominate them mentally.
Okay,
So we just need to educate and try to educate. And maybe we're
girl,
not going to see the results
you
today,
in
but
this
maybe we'll see it
education, we
because
talked
that's the
about
only
it. We
thing.
talked about it. Nobody is going to seek education. You cannot shove education down people's
Eventually, the
throat.
people that won't, the old fashioned people that won't take the education, they're going to die of
It's
old
not
age.
only old-fashioned
I
people,
know, but eventually it's going to be the majority. That's
but
what I
that's,
think.
I feel like that, again, it
You
starts
sound a little
with,
pessimistic. I think we switched roles here.
no, it starts with them reflecting and realizing that this isn't
And how do you
working.
reflect?
By looking and seeing that it's not working for you.
And who's going to show them?
A straight white man
Some people are
walking
not
down
going
the
to
street is not
see unless
happy.
someone shows them. That's education.
But where are they going to get this education? How are you showing them? Are you going to go down the street and just start
We just
talking and
need more
preaching to
people
them?
that are on this, like what we were talking last time,
Macro levels and
macro
micro
level.
levels, yes.
If we go, one by one, it's going to be hard. If we have more people that are not afraid to spread their voice, are not afraid to be that their life may be at risk because they're playing with a powerful agenda. They're trying to make a change that would affect the people upstairs. We need more people like that.
But I think we
How
can
do we
do
get
that. I
there?
think we can do that without subjecting ourselves to that violence by stopping spending our money. Bezos was there. We need to stop going and spending our money on Amazon. He is allowed to be there because we gave him our money.
That's not going to happen. That's the
Well,
thing.
why not?
Because I cannot live without Amazon. There's some things that I need
That's
ASAP.
bullshit because listen, if the internet goes down tomorrow, you're still going to be living. You're going to go to Home Depot and go get something. You're going to go to Target and go get something. You think you can't live without
The internet
Amazon.
is not going to go down tomorrow.
I know it's not going to go down, but we have to
Mm.
start small. And starting small is not subscribing to so many fucking.
Again, okay, let's say that's a good idea.
I don't like
How
this
do we
chair.
how do we tell everyone about that? How long is it going to take to spread the word? How long is it going to take for people
Okay,
to understand and be
so
convinced?
the
So either
Starbucks
way,
thing.
the
No, no,
the
no.
the 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 the, the point is the same. We need to educate people and tell them, hey, we need to do these things in order to move the situation from where it is. I don't know. I forgot my words.
Okay, I agree with you. We definitely need education, but we need people to realize and reflect and think that
how
what they're doing is not right. And
how do you do that?
I don't
Through
know.
education.
How do you get the education to them? Exactly. So we're at a
So
stalemate.
exactly, we don't know. Let's focus on that because that is the only thing that we can change. So the question should be not what do we do, is how do we educate? What can we do to educate? That
So
should be the question.
so I see more people a day that I tell them to reflect on their lives. Is this something that you want? I'm not educating them on what they should do and how they should live their life. Is this what you want? Is this how your life is supposed to be? Is this the life that you want to live and how you've created your reality?
Well, at the end, people, I don't know, racist people, they sometimes they just want to be racist. They just hate certain kind of people. So that's part of their freedom too. Unfortunately, I
I
think.
also have seen videos, Jordan Klepper, I think you sent me a video with him where he talked to that guy at the airport.
I don't
Was it
remember.
you? Okay, well, whatever. So he went to this white town, like a sundown town, and he went and talked to them. And he was like, have you ever had a conversation with a black person? Have you ever, like, what has happened in your life that you've been personally victimized by a black person? And they're like, no. Like, actually, my mechanic's black, and he's actually cool. He fixed my car and whatever. So it is, education starts in the house. Education and what people are taught and how they're molded and grown starts in their personal environment, in their homes. How do we get there? Through this podcast.
to do this podcast for starters. This is a little bit, yeah. I would consider this a little bit of a macro or meso level.
Yeah. You like
I,
using those words. Or
I,
did you get like a
no, no, because we keep talking about this topic.
No, no,
You know,
no,
micro
yeah.
level is counseling, meso
So what
level
is
is
mezzo in the middle?
like community outreach, I
Okay, so we're
guess.
definitely mezzo.
Macro is more politics, I
Okay.
think,
So,
or
yes, I think that if we spread the word and people actually engage, and if they take this for what it is, a safe space too, I want people to disagree with us. I want people to be like, you're wrong because God made us and God told us that white people should rule the world. Okay. And can you elaborate on that? You can't just present me with this claim and not have any critical thinking behind it. But people don't know how to critically think. So you can't educate people on thinking. They have to do it for themselves. How do you teach somebody to critically think?
I took a class of critical thinking, ethics and critical thinking in Valencia College. So
How
there
do you
are
do that?
so
Do you
first
think Billy Bob Joe down the road is ever going to take an ethics and critical thinking class? You, yes, of course. That seems like a fun day in your life. Like, I'm sure
yeah,
you would love that class.
I love that class. It was amazing. I
Of
have the book. I
course.
think it's called Ethics and Critical Thinking.
I've been looking for this article about critical thinking for so long, but I can't find it. I started reading it and then it got disappeared. But okay, so that's the
For there
thing.
are curriculums, there are books, there are things, so you can teach critical thinking.
But how?
How what?
How do you do it?
How
You
do we
took your
get people
class.
to take it?
You took your class. So how do you teach critical thinking? How did they teach you to critically think?
Consider different points, question my own
By
arguments.
reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
So if you told me that this thing, this perfume bottle is the best smelling perfume bottle, I can just take it for what you tell me, or I can critically think and be like, oh, okay, maybe if I push down this nozzle and I smell it for myself, that's reflecting on what I think. So I agree. We definitely need to educate, but people need to realize even the slightest realization that the world is not working. The world is not working for anybody. The world is working for Jeff
So
Bezos,
the
Donald
thing is
Trump.
that for the majority of the people, they're not just that thought is not going to get to their minds unless someone tells them, unless someone tries to educate them.
I
Even
haven't
that,
had anybody give me an answer on what we do though.
because they're not thinking of answers. They're not asking the right questions.
But what is the right question? What do we do? How do
Educate,
I
educate. How do we educate? That's the question that we should be asking. How do we educate
Okay,
the?
so what do we do? How do we educate?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know the answer. I'm saying that that's the question
Well,
we should
let's
be asking.
brainstorm. Let's critically think.
Okay,
How the
so
fuck do we educate these people?
social media would be a great tool if it wasn't being manipulated so bad.
Yes.
For example, like Twitter
Yes.
or Zuckerberg
Yes.
or
So fucking
Chinese
Mark,
guy on
isn't that
TikTok,
crazy? Mark Zuckerberg was there. Elon Musk was there.
Bezos,
Facebook, Instagram,
the
Bezos,
TikTok president. No,
TikTok.
he
All
was
of
there.
these. That's so weird.
It's
All we have
crazy.
to do is stop using the internet for a week.
Yeah. But people don't understand how addictive it is. People don't understand that they're addicted to social media. They don't understand that every time they see a notification, a rush of dopamine shoots out of their brain and gives them pleasure. They don't understand these simple concepts. I mean, they're not simple, but we know them because we're here in the industry. Like, there's literally chemical reactions every time you see a funny video, and that makes you scroll and scroll
Okay, so
and scroll. So educating on those little things could get them to that point.
I
Educating
had
them
a
that
client
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, they're all a huge algorithm that works to
just to
get them
provide you with
more
what you want to
addicted
see.
and
Yeah,
addicted to what you want to see. They even convince you that you need to buy this product,
yeah,
that you need to buy this subscription.
yeah.
It's literally a tool that it's taking the money out of you and just giving you
It's a
pleasure, pleasure,
funnel.
pleasure,
Yeah,
pleasure, pleasure
but
to the point that you cannot live with
it's
it.
micro grams of pleasure. It's nothing because you have an instant, you have a notification. It's there. You get the dopamine, and then what? It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you want more,
you
and
have to
more,
keep grabbing
and
your
more.
phone. Ooh, a message. Ooh,
Yeah.
a this. Ooh, a that. Okay, so we need to get off of the internet. We need to get off of our phones. Really, our parents were right. It is those damn phones.
Oh shit.
It is.
Wow.
We have access to everything on our phones.
Yeah.
So if everybody takes a break from their phone on like 420 or something like that, let's start that. Everybody take a break from your phone on
24-hour break.
April, yeah, April 20th, and go
Smoke.
and experience life. Yeah.
420. You know what that is, right?
What is that?
420.
What is that?
Like National Day, like of marijuana or something. That you
No,
smoke.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. 420.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let me. I
I'm
mean.
also lying.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm
Asshole.
just doing it for my
Yeah.
entertainment. Okay. Um,
Comedian here.
okay, so you can't say that. You say hate's a really fucking strong word, and then you fucking say it the other day too. That's
What?
mean.
What word?
Hate?
Comedian here?
Okay.
I just said comedian here.
Okay. I
Okay.
thought you said I hate you.
No, I didn't say
So
that.
this happened earlier today.
Yeah, I did say I hate you earlier today.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because I was drinking an energy drink, and you said I thought you cared about your health,
Mm-hmm.
and then I proceeded to explain that I was
That you only
drinking
care about your health when you're not tired.
when I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I said I'm not drinking. Someone else asked, "Hey, but why you're not drinking coffee?"
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I said, no, it's just because my teeth are getting very yellow. My dentist said to stop drinking a lot of coffee because that's what making it yellow.
And
And she
so
said,
I
they're
was
not
like, what?
yellow.
No,
Let
no,
me
no,
see.
wait. Yeah.
And then I smiled. And then, well, my co-host here said, "Oh yeah,
I was
they're
like, oh
yellow."
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So then
Maybe you should
I
stop.
think saying I hate you in that scenario, I think it's
That was
valid.
valid?
Yeah. No.
I
No,
don't
but
think
still, I
so.
don't
That's
hate you. I'm
mean.
sorry. That's a big
That's
word. Yeah.
mean.
No, I don't hate you.
That's like when you said I didn't have a soul. You've been actually very mean to me.
Actually, it would be meaner.
But you consented to me being mean to you. I've never consented to you being mean to
Oh, okay,
me.
okay, okay.
Duh.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it's just I said it as a joke because she has a bunch of coffins everywhere. She is always very
What does that
gothic.
have to do? Oh, the soul. Okay, I thought you were
Uh
talking about
huh.
the coffee still.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no, no.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
she's always like very gothic. I don't know, always very like skull jackets. And if
I
you go to
don't
her
even have
house
any. I have one skull sweater.
that you're always wearing, I mean, I'm sure you wash it. I'm not saying that you don't have more clothes.
The last time I the last time I wore it, you're like, oh, you haven't worn that in a while.
And I said that because you were on a streak lately with it, I guess.
I only wore it once. This I've been wearing a lot because it's
Yeah.
really
Which I
cold.
don't mind. I use this all the time. Actually,
Yeah,
it kind of smells right now.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah,
The other day,
just skulls and.
my co-host was talking about how he went to a clinician's office and it smelled like weed, not because of the
Mm.
clinician, because of the client.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was coming, I was like, should I tell him that he stinks?
Yeah, no, that day I didn't wear deodorant.
You didn't do anything. You didn't take a
I,
shower for a week.
no, no, I did take a shower, but I
It
showered
was
in the morning.
horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on in my body that day. I don't know.
It was all the energy drinks.
I'm sure. Yeah, but anyway,
Okay.
let's just leave it here. We talked about Elon. We talked about what we can do
Oh,
to change the world.
I do. This is what I got on the tangent. Wait, let me finish. So you don't believe in my thing about we're just specks on Earth and it's just the universe,
Yeah,
right?
I
We're
do
part of the
believe that. I
universe.
think
Oh, you do?
we're nothing, and we're just another number here.
Uh-huh.
We're just
Okay,
part
but
of this
do you believe
huge.
that like in the universe, like how I believe it?
I don't know, in the universe.
Yeah,
Like
like the
there's a
universe is power, all that stuff. We're part of the universe.
no.
Okay.
I do believe in our environment and
But you
the
don't believe in like energy, like you're putting out good energy and there's good vibrations and low vibrations and high vibrations.
no.
Okay. So I do. So I do think that a lot of this stuff that Trump is doing is to put out fear and put out low vibration and put out low energy because it's easier for them because they operate on that. They kind of get like their evilness, their powers from that low energy because they're operating from such hurt, such trauma, such because I don't think that what does you having whatever gender you want have to do with anything? Like, I don't care what you choose to be and who you choose to
It's
be.
a lack of education. A lot of people think that no, but they're gonna laugh, but a lot of people think, for example, if you ask that question, like, "What is your problem with other people choosing their genders?" They're
Yes.
gonna say, "Oh, I don't want kids to be confused at school."
Okay.
So they're gonna think that they think that in schools they're gonna be saying, "Hey, you need to be gay, or you need
Yeah.
to get a vagina, you need to get a penis."
Okay, so we definitely need to educate that
Yeah, so
it's
we need to
not a
educate.
choice.
Uh-huh. So
People are born
that's
this
why I say
way.
that the solution to almost everything is that, because if you ask my family, they're unwilling to listen to these explanations because they're so set
But
on
you're
it.
educating them though,
Yeah, no,
and they're not
really,
willing to listen. So how
yeah.
do we break past that?
So
So now
I'm
you
not the right.
presented
I'm not the right person to teach my family. I
why.
get too angry
Okay,
with
because it's
them.
kind of like counseling your own family. Like you
Uh-huh, that
can't because
you
you're too
can't counsel your own
involved.
family. You can't
Yeah.
educate your own family. And
Yeah, okay.
remember when you were a kid, and sometimes if you wouldn't listen to your mom, but if your aunt told you, you would listen sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
something
no,
when
no,
you hear from
yeah.
someone else that is not close, or I don't know, don't have that, I don't know,
But
that
it's
weird
almost like
dynamic.
you have to treat them like they're babies. Like, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. You don't get to be mean to the people who want to use this pronoun.
Hmm.
You're not allowed to call them names because they're black. You're not allowed to say this. But at some point, it's like you're a fucking grown adult. Like, grow the fuck up. And
Here, common sense, like what you say all the time, common sense is not common,
I know,
and everyone learns differently.
I guess. Okay, let me get my
Yeah. And what do you think? Like, it sounds stupid, but almost the answer to everything is education. No,
No, I agree with you, but I think
and
for people to even think about educating themselves, they have to realize something. They have to realize that they need that education because us just educating people, it's sometimes like a brick
yeah,
wall. It's not going to
and we
go
cannot
anywhere.
force anyone to.
We can't force anybody to do anything because they
So,
have free will, like you always talk
and I
about.
think that's your answer. There's no solution because it's up to every individual to choose if they want to change, or if they not want to change, or if they want to get educated or not. So I don't think there's ever going to be a solution. If we believe in free will and that everyone, should do whatever they want, I
But
don't
this is
think.
what happens when when some people manipulate and control other people. Because the people who are
And
not
the
educated, the people who are not able to think and not able to reflect and critically understand what's going
yeah,
on, they just follow for what is understandable to them. And that's why Trump is a good puppet and a good spokesperson for these people. He speaks at their level. He speaks at like a fucking elementary school level,
then the only thing we have is radical acceptance. We need to accept that there's
that the
things that
world is just gonna
yeah,
be this way. Yeah, I guess.
yeah, that we can only control what we can control, and we can only do so much to help people and trying to make a small change, and maybe not focus on the goal at the end, what you want, a perfect
I
world,
like your hand gesture.
but oh
Looks a little
shit,
like
yeah.
Elon.
Also, there we go.
That's what he was
Maybe
doing.
he
Yeah,
was doing
totally.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Huh. Look at that.
Hmm.
But yeah, maybe not
You
focus on
don't
the end.
detect the sarcasm, do you?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's my
Okay.
tism. So yeah, maybe not focus on the end goal, of the what it could be, but focus on the trajectory. The impact that you're doing now,
Okay.
because
So,
there's not really anything that we can do.
okay, let me get a good one. Life has many different chapters. One bad chapter doesn't mean it's the end of the book, but it is the end of the podcast. So like, subscribe, please leave a comment, share us with people. Don't tell them who we are, and spread the good word. Bye.
Hallelujah.